I've curated a section of galleries called The Other Mexico for Sexes Contemporary. My name is Leslie Moody Castro and I'm an independent curator. I really wanted to kind of show the breadth and depth of the young art scene that's happening in Mexico City right now. So every gallery has its very distinct identity, and I really wanted to show that. The Other Mexico is a title from a book by Octavio Paz, which he wrote after The Labyrinth of Solitude, which is the Other Mexico is specifically about all the political turmoil and tumultuous period right after the 1968 massacre, which really defined a period in Mexico and then kind of marked a long history and period of censorship, which really defined the art world and had a really big impact on the contemporary art world and how it was shaped. So I really wanted to show that. I wanted to show that heterogeneity, and I wanted to show that Mexico is really full of multiple cultures that are kind of all kind of colliding together in this one space to kind of make this dialogue happen with the contemporary art world. We are in Yautepec Gallery because Yautepec is actually a very important gallery and shaping the role of how contemporary art world is kind of shifting right now. Yautepec is a young gallery that is in a neighborhood called San Rafael, which is a neighborhood that's being semi-gentrified now, but it has a lot of artists and a lot of project spaces sort of popping up. Yautepec is the commercial venture in that neighborhood, and they have a really young roster of artists as well. They really kind of help artists shape their career and work with them very closely to produce their work. Casa Mawad is an artist-run residency project and again a project space, and so they support really young artists, again kind of this breadth and depth of what's happening in the city and spaces that are kind of popping up and becoming important. They support an artist from the beginning of the residency all the way through, and there's usually an exhibition at the end. So they have multiple artists coming through at a time, usually about 3 for anywhere between 3 and 5 months. And they support the projects 100%, so they pay for the production, they pay for the flights, they pay for installation, they pay for everything, and provide the artist with a place to stay. And so basically it's kind of like a blank slate where artists can just kind of come in and make work and do work. Galeria Enrique Guerrero is one of the more established galleries in this bunch. They've been around since the 90s, and they have a really strong roster of really important international artists like Pablo Helguera, for instance.
My name is Miguel Guerrero and I work with Galeria Enrique Guerrero. He's a Mexican artist. He's Miguel Ángel Madrigal. He's from Cuernavaca on the outskirts of Mexico City. And this is his latest project, which is about voyeurism and how you can look inside a house, inside a building, inside something without being looked at, without being watched. So this is his latest piece, which is a floor piece. And the idea is that you can see, but how the piece never ends. You get the perspective that it could be the whole floor or it could go on forever, and that's more or less the idea, how you can look without being watched.